Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Look, if you recall a few months ago, I made a video that explored Elizabeth May, the leader of the Green Party here in Canada, her positions on a woman's right to choose, whether she was pro-choice or anti-choice. And the conclusion I came to, and a lot of Green people were still mad at me, was that Elizabeth May was not anti-choice, but that her rhetoric and her viewpoints and the way her party operates has consequences for the eventual attack on choice. That her policies, her positions, regardless of her personal views, empower anti-choice voices in this country. I made that point in that video. A lot of Greens weren't happy. And, I thought about it, and I always think to myself, when a lot of people aren't happy, I say, well, was I wrong? Was I right? And it turns out that there was real confirmation today that I was 100% right, and if anything, I was far too soft on Elizabeth May. Just today, the CBC is reporting that Elizabeth May would not stop any Green MP from voting for anti-choice legislation. If a Green MP wanted to ban a woman's right to choose, they would do so, and Elizabeth May would do nothing to stop them. Nothing at all. She said as much. Not only has she said, well, that's the Green Party policy, but she says that's a good thing. That's what democracy means, is allowing local MPs to vote their conscience and to represent their constituents. And I understand that hypothetically. I understand the philosophical value of that. But this is a fundamental human right. And Elizabeth May, who supposedly as an individual supports a woman's right to choose, is, as the leader of the Green Party, indicating that her party is anti-choice. And I don't give one single damn about Greens coming into the mentions here, coming into the comments here, quoting Green Party policy. It doesn't matter if there are no consequences for violating that policy. If you are not 100% pro-choice, you are anti-choice. Full stop. If you allow an MP under your banner to vote with Andrew Scheer and in the anti-choicers, then your party is anti-choice unless you boot them from the party. You take away their nomination papers in the next election, so on and so forth. This is an unacceptable position for the Green Party. I don't care what Elizabeth May's personal views are. I don't care what their party documents say. Elizabeth May today took the mask off. They are a party that doesn't fundamentally care about a woman's right to choose. And this explains, as I've noted, why Elizabeth May would at least be somewhat comfortable working with Andrew Scheer. We've noted this. Jagmeet Singh is the only leader who has said, I won't work with Andrew Scheer and the Conservatives because of his regressive social views. But at the very least, Justin Trudeau's party has at least something of a clear position on a woman's right to choose. Like, I'm critical of the Liberal Party a lot, but they are far better on this issue than Elizabeth May and the Greens. So you have to ask yourselves, given that we're approaching a minority government where the Greens with the balance of power could end abortion access in this country in tandem with Conservatives. And I don't care what Greens will say, you're fear-mongering, you're scaremongering. Elizabeth May just said that would be possible. And there would be no consequences for the Greens that did it. When they attacked women's rights, the Greens would celebrate them for being good, plucky local MPs. There's only one progressive party that can challenge both Trudeau and Scheer, and that's Jagmeet Singh's NDP. The Green Party isn't up to snuff. Not only are they not a progressive party on so many issues, they're a regressive party on some pretty fundamental ones, like a woman's right to choose. And all of this raises a bigger question. Look, I understand that there are real limitations with the centralization of power within political caucuses in Canada. I get that. I really do. I get that people don't like how MPs, be they in cabinet or even just in the caucus, are often, lapdogs for the party leadership. I get that. I really do. I'm not trying to dismiss that. But one of the things voters want to know is that when they vote for a party, they're expecting a general sense of what they're going to get. They're expecting, what fundamental issues do you support? What do you oppose? What are you sort of flexible on? I want to know. But the Green Party cannot, by definition, give people a clear sense about what it stands for. The Green Party says, well, there's some core issues we have, that are fundamental to Greens. But if the Greens truly, truly believe that MPs should be able to vote for what they want, no matter what, without consequences from the party, because we don't boot members, then what's to stop a Green MP from voting for more and more and more fossil fuel extraction? What's going to stop a Green MP from voting to cut subsidies to electric cars and voting to cut subsidies to clean energy and raise subsidies for fossil fuels? What's to stop them? And the answer is not a goddamn thing. They will face no consequences from Elizabeth May and the Green Party establishment. And it's because they have no values. The Green Party has no values. If you're not willing to kick somebody out of your caucus because they violate a fundamental value, then your party has no values. So at the end of the day, folks, we have one clear takeaway. It's that the Green Party cannot be trusted to protect a woman's right to choose. And so if you're a progressive, disenchanted with Trudeau, and rightfully so, and you're looking to support a party that will gain enough seats to at the very least hold the balance of power and keep Trudeau honest, you cannot look to the Green Party because they do not support a woman's right to choose. But what you can do is you can look to Jagmeet Singh and the NDP, who not only support those rights, but have sworn off working with anybody that opposes them. So that's that. Elizabeth May should be really disappointed in herself. I don't care the type of justification she's using. Her party is now aligning itself as a party comfortable with anti-choicers, and progressives should have no room for them. I don't care if it's party democracy or what have you. Women's rights are non-negotiable and should be non-negotiable. And the Green Party seems to disagree with me and seems to disagree with Jagmeet Singh and the NDP. Seems to even disagree with Justin Trudeau, who I don't see as a progressive. But my God, he's better on this issue than Liz May. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, nothing really to enjoy, but I mean, I hope you found this video informative. And if you did, I would appreciate your support on Patreon. I don't plug my Patreon after every video, but videos like this are almost certain to be demonetized because we're talking about choice and abortion and things like that. Advertisers are skittish. So if you want me to make videos on topics like this, your support on Patreon is extremely helpful because that money comes in regardless of the content I make. As long as my supporters enjoy it and find it valuable, the content is funded. And I think that's a really important and valuable concept. So guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great one.